Hello, and let's get to the. I think this is the fourth day. Anyway, um, and God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark the sacred times, days, and years." Something. Going along with the theme of Yahweh Supreme. Why are the sun and moon? Oh, they're just time markers. Good way to tell the time. Yes, scientifically we know the sun and moon are a little more now. Yes, we know that. But even with that knowledge, it doesn't give us even more reason to worship them. And plus, then besides, God has no reason to give the Israelites a sign, so it doesn't. But notice something. They're not even mentioned by name. Yeah. English Standard Version. Let there be lights. Let lights appear. Let there be lights. 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 Amplified does add sun, moon, and stars, just in case you didn't know what it meant by light bearers. Let there be lights, 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 let light us appear. Let there be lights, let there be lights, let there be lights, let there be lights. I think you get. Let luminaries be. Let luminaries be young. Yeah. Yeah. The and if we go to the Hebrew for lights, it's just a luminous body, luminary, light, brightness, cheerfulness, chandelier. Yeah. There's no, in Genesis, no sun and moon mentioned. In the Hebrew word light or luminary, a light bearer, the light was created on the first day, and its connection to the great centuries must at once be commenced. Yes. It happened to the second day. With this begins the second triad of creative days. Yes, now this fourth day seems to mark two things. First, surface of the earth has become so cool as to need heat given from it without. And secondly, there is now a long pause in creation. Interesting. Yes. No spring, summer, like and the like, but regular periods on the word seasons, like the three great festivals of the Jews. There's like Passover, ten, the Festival of Tabernacles. Oh man, I can't remember. I'm gonna get into it. Yeah, agriculture, all that stuff. Yes. With this day begins the second half of the creative week, whose works have a striking correspondence with the labors of the first. This is where some people believe that the creative days are each in like a poem where they line up. Like, let there be light. And then this one, light is the light bodies are made, like the sun, moon, stars. Anyway, if we go to Genesis 1:15, let them bring lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth. Yes, and they all say the exact same thing. Is amplified just as he commanded. Because, yeah, and it was so. And that's what happened. Yes. To give light, this was to be henceforth the permanent arrangement of the bestowal of that which is an essential condition for life. Yes. Let them serve as, to fall out, to come to pass, become to be lights. Yeah, expand, sky, shine, to be or become light. Upon, above, over, upon, against, earth. Yes, and so, sus. Yes. Okay, then God made the two great lights. The greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. See, stars are the only thing being referenced by name here. The greater light to govern the day, obviously that's the sun. The lesser light to govern the night. That's the moon. Yeah, the moon reflects the sun. Yeah, I know. Again, why does God need to give the ancient Hebrews, the ancient Jews, the ancient Israelites, whatever you want to call them, a science lesson? Also, to all you people like, the moon's made of rocks, it can't reflect light. So then shows a picture of a rock. Like, it's not reflecting light. If it wasn't reflecting light, you wouldn't be able to see it. There's different types of reflection than you see in a mirror. There's water that can reflect. Windows can reflect. Some people's bulbs' heads can reflect. Yes. Now some translations use rule. Again, amplified tells you, oh, and amplified, he made the galaxies of stars. Interesting. Also, that is all the amazing wonders of in the heavens. To make him, God, not this like weird cosmic battle between gods, not they always existed, or all these weird things all these other religions come up with. No, God made them. Yeah. Also, if we go to the translation, to great older lights, lunar body, rule of the day, ruler, a realm, a ruler, lesser, small, young, unimportant, luminous body, all those things, yeah, made the stars. A star, a prince. Interesting, the Hebrew word for a star could also mean a prince. Interesting. And God made two great lights, pulpit. No part of the material universe more instability demands a supreme intelligence as its only proper origin, cause. Yes. And a whole bunch of Latin. Newton, he cites Newton, Principia, LIB 3 sub fin ed of Les Sisor Critique, Volume 2, page 199. Yes, Newton, as in Sir Isaac Newton. And I'm sorry for my I think that was France. France. The greater light is obviously the sun. Yes. Yes. Yes, but not mentioned. However, the work of this day was affected effect does not fall within the writer's scope to declare the precise object of revelation begin to teach not astronomy or other merely human gnostics, but religion. Yes. Accepting, however, the guidance of physical astronomy, we might imagine that the cosmological light of day one, which had, up to this point, continued either encompassing our globe like a luminous atmosphere or existed at a distance from it, but in the plane of the Earth's orbit. Yeah, so he's definitely not flat earther. He's a young, seems like a more young Earth creationist, inspiring philosophy, or a day age, not necessarily young age. There's a whole bunch of different views. Inspiring philosophy, I may go over the views properly. So actually, I kind of did already. Anyway, I think in one of the first video, though the stars are introduced solely because of their relation to Earth as dispensers of light, no account is taken of their constellation condition as suns and planets. Yeah. Perhaps the chief reason for the parenthetical introduction in this place was to guard against the notion that there were any luminaries which were not the work of Elohim. In particular, to prevent the Hebrews for whom the writer work was written from yielding to heathen practices of stargazing and star worship. Now, this stargazing, it does not mean going out in your backyard and going like, oh, there's Orion, and just looking at the stars with a telescope. No, what it means is basically astrology. You go, Orion's there, and that means... And yes, the superstition of reading the destiny of man in the stars never took root among the Israelites. Astrology is excluded by the first principle of Mosaicism. ISM. Moism? Okay. Yes, there is nothing that isn't created by God. Basically, is the point. And Genesis 1:17, God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth. Really, all of them say the exact same thing. Okay, something else Paul brings up, but not to dwell upon the fact that to remove the moon 4 times its present distance from the earth, which would require to be in order to be always full, would necessitate important changes in the other members of the solar system, which might not be for the Earth's advantage. In other words, if we move moon, bad thing might happen. Yes. Elohim, still plural. It's always plural. And Genesis 1:18, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness, and God saw that it was good. Yes, it was good. All of them say the exact same. Oh, there are no commentaries. Huh. Yeah, it was good. I think we have one more verse in this day. Yes. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. Now, I bring up how the Amplified version, usually brings up, and God sustains it. There is this thought in Christianity, which most Christians do hold to, that God is not only the creator of the universe, but also the one who holds it together. I don't just mean like hold it together like gravity does, like hold things together. And no, he's the thing that keeps gravity working. He's the thing that keeps the fundamental laws that run the universe working. Without him, the universe wouldn't exist, the laws of nature wouldn't exist, time and space wouldn't exist. Yes. Yes. That is all. That is the fourth a day. Go watch my other videos.